Hi, this is Kevon with Dr. Flu. Here we see the insert is running. I have 4 buttons on the remote: off, set, high flame, low flame. If I was to hit low flame, you see a little transmit icon on the remote. Should also hear a little beep. So it's infinitely variable from high to low, so I can just slowly ramp it down. Then you can see the flame has gotten much lower. Or I can double click. See that it says low. The unit's going to go to the highest setting first, then find its lowest. So here it is on the lowest setting, where it may be able to just maintain a room's temperature and give you some nice embers. You could then just bump this a little bit and it would come up a little, or you can double click like a mouse. Notice it says high. The unit also beeped. It's important you hear that beep. If not, it has not received a command. To turn the unit off, so now we're back on high. To turn the unit off, we can simply click the off button, and that would extinguish the pilot and all thermostat controls. For this first demonstration of going to an off or standby, we're going to hold down this button, and you're going to hear the unit click and go out. I can then let go, and you're going to have a very small pilot light running right behind the left front log. When that is like this, it's called standby mode. You can hit the set button, and then it's in a temperature mode. If we hold down set, you can change the temperature setting for the room. So let's just say we want it to be 80 degrees in here. We'll cycle through set. Think of set like a mode button. So now I'm back on temperature mode. It's 74 in here right now. Here in a few seconds, we're going to see a transmit without me hitting a button, and it's going to ask the unit to come on. The only way it's able to do that is if the pilot is running, okay? So I can have this in a temperature mode. So if I want this to be thermostatically controlled, I'd set my temperature, make sure this little temperature indicator is showing, hang the remote, and go to work. Next one is, keep going, is a moon temperature. So we could put this into a different temperature setting. Maybe you have a thermostat that goes on or off at night. Here it defaults at zeros. P1 timer would mean that we could set a time for this unit to come on in the morning and go off, and it would abide by whichever temperature icon is showing. So that would be the moon temperature. And in this case, if we put it on P1 timer, I believe here in a few seconds it's actually going to turn itself off. But you would set a start time and an end time. I don't have many people that use it, but think of it for like mornings. You get up and you want coffee and you want the room to be nice temperature. Have this set for about 20 minutes or so before you get up. It's going to come on and abide by your temperature, so it's not going to overheat you in the summer. So yeah, so it was on P1 timer with no moon setting. So if I go back to manual mode, or you can leave it here in a temperature mode, double click. So this would be something like it's on your wall, you walk out into the room, you double click the remote, and you're running. Now, to turn the unit off, so that it would never come on, say you're going flying, you're going to be gone for a few days, or if the unit has not called for heat in 5 days, it will turn itself off. Hit the off button, it kills it instantly. Now we have a 2-minute period where we need to wait, I'll say it's 2, sometimes it's less, and then we have to relight the pilot. So there's no standing pilot any longer, and the unit, no matter what we do here, is not going to come back on. There's only one way to get it back on, and you see an indicator from off to high flame. There's a little spark in between. What we have to do is hit those 2 buttons simultaneously. I'm going to give this about another 20 seconds or so. What it's doing is charging a capacitor for the sparking. Yep, a little too soon. A few more seconds. There it goes. Hit it, and I heard a beep, so I let go. It's going to go through a series of beeps. Lights the pilot. We can see the pilot light right over there. Once it knows that the pilot is burning and steady, it will use the pilot to then light a burner. So here it goes. And you are up and running. Notice that there's very blue flame. This will always happen initially, and it should always be coming out of the burner in blue. I know you're good with maintenance. One of the big things is if you see this start up and it's bright orange or flame is not evenly distributed, could mean we got insects or something in there, spiders that are blocking ports. and it would be very important to get it cleaned before heavy use. As this burns, there's a variable restrictor on the incoming air side that opens up and gives it more air. This happens to brighten up the orange flame, but it's very restrictive on start to help it burn properly initially. Otherwise it could snuff itself out. Maybe the exhaust would try to go up the intake or vice versa. That is your training on the remote. Your remote I hung and have tested range right here on the wall. One other thing to notice, the room is not 81 degrees, but because I had it in front of the fireplace and in my hand, it has gone up in temperature compared to the home's remote. Now I have seen these have some variance in temperature. It's something that you'll have to play with and learn. Enjoy your new Valor. I think you're gonna love it.